Hello everyone, welcome back to Stamping School. This morning I got up and had to figure out what to do for a video today, and I was so inspired by this card from Linda Callahan. If you haven't been over to the Stamping School Facebook page, every Friday for years I've given away a little something each week, a little prize. It's called Freebie Friday, and stampers will post their cards in the comments, and there's at least 50 every week, and it's so creative and inspiring. And this one, I love the fact that she used the flocked vellum over a pink. And she said she did polished pink, but by the picture, to me, it looked like it could be Blushing Bride. But I'm using it with polished pink, and I'll show you what I came up with. But thank you, Linda, for this great idea to use the vellum. So I haven't used the Sweetest Christmas Suite yet with the candy canes. Holiday Mini Stampin' Up! Catalog 2022. There's in the whole suite, there's this bundle right here, which I'm going to be using. I'll try to use this one next time along with the big die. This particular bundle, stamp set, 2 candy canes, 2 leaf dies, and this little guy, which was a little confusing to me until I looked at the catalog. Right down here, I'll show you what the die looks like. So when it cuts out, there's 2 half-inch holes on either side that magically fit into a candy cane. You can do one of the wrapped ones, or this one happens to be from my friend Lois, who loaned me a candy cane because I didn't have one. And then a cute little thing to give away. So cute. But today, we're gonna go with Linda's inspiration, and I'm gonna make a polished pink card and some flock vellum. Now I also had to do a gift certificate holder. So this is pretty much what the card is gonna look like. And this is in the stamp case inside. So gift certificate holders are huge for this time of year, but I also give them away for anyone who wants to buy a $50 gift certificate from me, from Stampin' Up!, and they redeem them through me. I always send a case, and sometimes it depends on what season it is, or sometimes they say they want birthday. So for instance, this way I'll put designer paper in there, and I can add the gift certificate, and then they can redeem it with me whenever they want. So anyone who gets a $50 gift certificate from me always gets a case in the mail, and I can send it direct to the person and sign it any way you want. And I also include dimensionals because I feel like everybody needs those, so it's kind of my extra little gift. Now, to do a little pocket, by the way, 1.5 inches to 2 inches of paper or vellum or whatever it is. Put a little bit of the sticky stuff on the back, the tear and tape. I just fold up 1/2 inch and put this down for the pocket if you need a pocket. I typically don't send a pocket. I will just put the gift certificate in here loose with the dimensionals. But that's how you can put the little pocket in there for something. You could fill this with cards, anything you want, but these cases are so great, and I love that Stampin' Up! Makes them available. These are our stamp cases, same exact ones. They're basically DVD cases without the little DVD holder inside. Stampin' Up! Still sells them. They're 4 for $8.50, item number 119105. Now let me pull this out of here. If you do want to fill these in, I just use polished pink cardstock in here. And it is 7 inches by 10.5 inches. That fits nicely whether you use designer paper or solid cardstock like I did. But I pulled this piece out so we can use it for the card. This card's gonna be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, so it's a little bit larger, but you can certainly make it smaller if you want to. The Memories and More envelopes will fit this card nicely. These are 4.5 by 6.5. Same postage, just one first class stamp. I'll put the measurements down below. First thing we have to do is put this pretty vellum on here, on the polished pink. And you don't want to be able to see the glue. This is how that vellum comes. It's 12 by 12. But there's pretty shiny vellum, and then there's this pretty flocked vellum, and then there's some that have like little snowflakes or circles on them. It's very pretty paper. So turn it over, and I'm only going to put the glue dots where you can't see them, which is typically behind one of the flowers. And I'm just kind of using my paper piercer here to pick up my glue dots. and stick it here and there strategically so you don't see it. You really just need, you know, in the corners. You can stick this on top of the case or inside the case. I typically will stick them on the top, and I just attach with 2 glue dots. They can pick that up. The recipient can just pick this off with 2 glue dots and then add it to a card. So I like to make it so they can use it again if they want to. 5 glue dots strategically put on here. This would be so pretty in other colors too. But the reason I did this size card is because this breaks down, the 12 by 12 will break down to 4 by 6 easily. And that's the size that works really great for this layering. If I can get it on there straight. Since the card is 4 1/4 by 6 1/2, our layer is 4 by 6. Isn't it so pretty on the pink? I just love it. So we need something to kind of ground these candy canes. I cut a little piece of Whisper White with this die. If you don't have a curved die like this is from the Basic Borders, you can just cut it with scissors. Just sort of gives it something to ground it. Oh, the neighbor's dog's barking. I hope you can't hear that. All right, candy canes, 2 of them. It's nice that they gave us 2 stamps and 2 dies, so we don't have to do any mirror imaging or anything like that. They are ready to go. I can cut these out, and they gave us 2 leaf dies, 1 stamp, but 2 dies, which is nice. I cut that out. And then this little guy, Candy Cane Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses. I'm using my little layering circles, and after I cut these through, because that won't quite fit, I probably should, if I stamped it just a little bit further apart, it would have fit. I'm gonna cut that out. So my colors are Granny Apple Green, and then I thought it needed to be just a touch darker, so I did Shaded Spruce for that, and Polished Pink for the candy canes. I cut a little bit of silver foil with the little scallop circle that coordinates with that, and then one of these snowflake punch outs that we have. So obviously this would work great in reds, but doing something a little different is fun. 2 candy canes, I'm gonna put them directly on the vellum. Go 1 up here. You know, I re-inked my pad and the pink is quite strong. Might be a touch dark, but I'll see how it looks. Crisscross, like we do. It's funny, I tried to use just 1, but it just needed that other one. And then one of the snowflakes right here. I think it's kind of pretty. Dimensionals on this one. Right on top, just a touch of silver is kind of nice. And one of these, we're gonna save one for the inside, right there. And then of course we need to scatter a little bit of bling up and around. Rhinestones. You can also make them pink if you want to. Let's just do one here, just kind of scatter these around. I kind of like putting them in the center of these snowflakes. It kind of draws attention to those. And some little ones, kind of scattered here and there. I love it. And that vellum looks frosty. It's really pretty. Now on the inside of my box, let me put the paper back in here again. Using just cardstock really saves some money too, instead of using designer paper. Because it is 7 by 10 1/2, it does take quite a bit of paper. It fits in there so nicely. Right. So on the inside of my card, I could definitely just use a frame like this and a few extra little candy cane embellishments, if you want to. Like I said, you could put this right on the front of that if you want to, but if it's gonna get knocked around a little bit, you might wanna stick it to the inside. Same exact thing. All right, well, let me know if you need a gift certificate for somebody for the holidays. This is what you'll get, something like this. And thank you, Linda, for the inspiration for the vellum and the polished pink. I love it. All right, we'll see you next time. See it, learn it, stamp it.